Meet Marjorie Taylor Greene. She travelled to New York to do important things for her constituents back in Georgia by joining a protest that actually in no way helped Georgia. And it didn't go so well for her.
Marjorie Taylor Greene needs to take her ass back to Washington and do something about gun violence, do something about affordable housing, do something about childhood poverty, do something about climate change. Do your freaking job, Marjorie Taylor Greene. You don't need to be in New York City talking that nonsense. Go back to your district. You're not. What are you doing here? You're here for politics. You're here because you want to be VP. You're here for your own fundraising. You're here for your own nonsense. New York City stood up to Marjorie Taylor Greene today to let her know, get the hell out of here.
After leaving, she had a chat to Tucker Carlson about her wonderful trip to New York and how much she enjoyed it.
Really quick, since you were just there, but Mayor Adams described New York as, quote, his home. How did his home look? Pretty neat and tidy?
No, his home is disgusting. I compared it to what I called Gotham City. The streets are filthy. They're covered with people basically dying on drugs. They can't even stand up. They're falling over. There's so much crime in the city. I can't comprehend how people live there. It was repulsive. It smells bad. And I think it's a terrible place.
So the question is, how did that trip help Georgia? Did the taxpayer pay for the trip? The travel, accommodation, the security? Shouldn't she be in Washington or back home working on making Georgia great again? Isn't that what she's paid for? She had bad things to say about New York, but maybe she should look in her own backyard. Well, if she won't, we will. She complained New York smells.
It was repulsive. It smells bad.
Well, what about the toxic water in her hometown of Rome, Georgia? And the river that's the 5th most endangered river in America. But I guess you don't drink from a river, but rather from a tap. You know, the water that gives you cancer. Maybe she should address the social issues, like how 22 states have less homelessness, how Atlanta has a homelessness crisis, how Georgia ranks number 11 in school shootings. They rank number 15 in teen pregnancies. And how 30 states have a better mental health ranking. Now, Marjorie is a multimillionaire.
How many acres do you have?
I have 10 acres.
Her net worth is estimated at $11 million.
Her congressional salary is $174,000 a year, meaning she earns more than 94% of Americans. What has she done about the fact that Georgia ranks 9th in poverty? And what about crime? Let's see what she had to say about crime in New York.
If Alvin Bragg was interested in charging people with crime, he'd be punishing the crime that happens every single day right here in Manhattan. Crime is up 22% from last year here in Manhattan. The taxpayers that pay his salary and pay for his entire office and everyone there, they're victims of crime every single day in Manhattan, real crimes.
Well, let's have a look at her city, Rome, Georgia. It's in the bottom 4% of the country for safety. Property crime is almost double the national average. Theft is more than double the national average. You're more likely to have your home robbed and your car stolen. You're 60% more likely to be the victim of violent crime compared to the national average. One good thing is your risk of being murdered is low, but you're more likely to be raped, robbed and assaulted. So, it's pretty clear that Marjorie should worry less about New York and spend less time following Trump around like a puppy. Maybe she should actually earn her money and worry about Georgia. So, people of Georgia District 14 who voted in Marjorie Taylor Greene, how's she working out for you?